Hey guys, Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape. Today I'm doing a review on the X-Linx from Yocan. And I know what you're thinking. I thought the same exact thing when I got this. I said, oh goody, it's a Joytech Ego 1 knockoff. Couldn't be further from the truth, but that's what I thought, so let's get past that impression. What I will say about this, innovative, unique, and very special. I'll tell you why. This is a product you can start with as a smoker first vaping. This is a product you can move up to if you're using an Ego style, if you're using a Vision Spinner or variable voltage Ego style, and you want a better flavor, more intense vape, you can move up to this. So you start with this product and you can move up, same tank, same coils, you can move up to higher wattage range devices without having to go buy a new tank. This tank is incredible. I didn't have anything this good when I started vaping last year. I quit smoking on a Kangaroo Evod. This blows the doors off that. And the kit costs less than $40. Gearbest.com sells this for like 38 bucks in free shipping. So you get this, you get a 2200 milliamp hour battery, you get this tank. Yeah, it's got magnets instead of a 510 connection. That's cool, but that's not the main reason why I love this. The main reason why I love this is because the smoker can pick this up. This is Tally Ho's Dolomite. This juice flavor, it's a strawberries and cream from Tally Ho. It's a 75-25 VG-PG ratio. I drip this juice. It's a phenomenal juice. And you can vape it in this tank as a beginner. I didn't get any kind of a vape that good on any of the products when I first started vaping. You can mouth to lung if you want. It takes a little longer to ramp up. That coil is being powered by a very beginner style device. But here's the cool thing about this whole thing. I can take that tank off and I can pop it on right here. This is the Coupor Mini, 60 watts. Am I in frame here? Focus, focus, come on. Trust me, 60 watts, Coupor Mini. Same coil, same tank, same everything. Oh, let me open that airflow. This is why, look, I'm excited. Close-up video of the X-Linx from Yocan. This is the box it comes in. You open the box, you get the mod tank setup. Yes, it does look similar to an Ego 1 from Joytech, the Ego 1 Mega, but there's a lot of differences as well. So other than looks and size of the battery portion, here's where it goes different. It's got magnets instead of a 510 connection, and they're pretty surly, tough magnets. This does not, it's not wobbly, it's not shaky, and that's a great connection there. Here's your vent hole in the bottom. Press the button 5 times to turn it off, 5 times to turn it on. This is not designed for you to easily open up. You don't open this up for daily use. You recharge it with a mini USB right there. And there you see Yocan's logo and the X-Linx very nicely laser etched on there. Okay, so just keep in mind debris and juice could potentially get down in there, and it looks like there's at least one little hole over there for debris to get in there. So you want to keep an eye on this. You want to keep it debris free. Just don't mess around too much with it, but every once in a while curl up a paper towel, twist it up, and get that down in there if you see debris. I haven't seen this to be a problem, but we all know juice tends to find its ways into the most awkward places. So that's all. That's that, as with any device. Okay, that's how easily it fits on there. Now another interesting thing about this, it comes with an adapter so you can actually pop this tank on any other mod. I would not use this at all on any mech mods because it does not have a 510 connection that sticks out. So do not use this, and anyway, that's not going to go on there. But even with this, doesn't stick out very far. Does not stick out at all, in fact. So don't use this 510 connection on a mech mod, tube mod. Don't do it. I'm using it on my Sigali 150 temperature control, which has a nice spring 510, and the connection between that and this pin are nice contact there with no possibility of hitting the outside negative housing on that. Okay, so enough said there. This is the interesting part about this whole setup. The X-Linx can be used as a good starter and then as a move up segue into higher wattage ranges without having to buy a new tank. This tank, the coil, can handle those higher temperatures. So you'll forgive me, I have been vaping on this and using it. I'm very impressed with this tank so far overall. I'm going to open it up now. You turn it upside down. Well, in a second. Let's see what else is in the box. Also in the box is an authenticity card from Yocan. Enjoy your vaping. These are all the social media they're, I guess, involved in: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, Electronic Cigarette Forum, maybe. Okay. And I have number 2562. Okay, authenticity card. You also have your instruction user manual. Read this. This is actually really well written, grammatically correct, gives you notices, product information, tells you the specs on the tank, comes with a 0.5 ohm organic cotton coil, as well as a 1 ohm coil. It's a 2200 milliamp hour battery, and it's got a micro retractable USB to mini USB cable. I'll show you that in a minute. And it's got this 510 thread adapter for the tank to be used on other mods besides just the starter. So you can use that tank on the starter, which is not variable voltage, and you can use that on a variable voltage regulated mod. Here's the parts of it. It talks about how to use it, how to vape on it. They specifically say that this device, this tank, is designed for mouth-to-lung vaping, which is interesting. This is how you fill it. You turn the tank upside down, fill it very much, very much like a lot of other tanks. The atomizer head replacement, assembly, how to prime the coil. It primed very quickly. I put a couple of drops on there, and it primed in real quick. I was vaping. It didn't have any break-in period. It was just douse the cotton, start vaping, and you're good to go. Flavor was great immediately. And then it talks about the airflow. You have 1 hole, 2 holes, medium-sized slot, and a large slot. So you can change around your airflow. Short circuit protection, low voltage protection, overcharge protection, battery display function, power on, and then during usage when that light, the LED, if this should happen to turn red instead of white, which it is right now, then that means recharge it. Okay, working the 1 ohm coil 6 to 7 hours, the 0.5 ohm coil 4 to 5 hours. And the tank does hold 3 milliliters of juice. And then some cautions, and keep it powered off. We're not using it for a long time. Don't try and press the button try not to press the button if the X-Linx is not in use. All right, there you go. Good instruction manual, good grammar in English, nicely done, thank you. And then it also came, in this box was a nice drip tip it comes with a heat sink. It's glass, this is not removable. It's got a nice heat sink here and 2 O-rings. Very nice stainless steel drip tip. Fits in there nicely, doesn't wiggle and jiggle around, it's fine. This whole device doesn't rattle and shake. This button is nice and clicky. It's not, nothing rattles in here. You'd think with a magnet, that's fine. It's nice and solid. This is the 1.0 ohm coil that I'm not using right now. But let me open this up and show you guys what the coil looks like. It's tiny but mighty. Got 4 air holes in the bottom. It's very similar to a lot of different coils we see in the market and design. Okay, it's got an O-ring here. Make sure you've got that. 4 juice wicking holes. Small but effective. And then here's your coil head. You got a screen on the top. This is a vertical coil. Get a nice focus down in there. As far as I can see, that's a single coil. I don't think it's paralleled up, but I'll tell you what, this coil is very powerful. It's a good vape, a good starter's vape for flavor and vapor production using this 2200 milliamp hour base. And it's a more satisfying vape than most of the products that I used in the first 2 months that I was vaping last year. And then this same coil provides an excellent vape all the way up. I vape this to 107 watts, which I'll show you. Okay, so it's nice, tightly wrapped in there. You can see this is Canthol, and there you go. This one says 15 to 25 watts, and I'm going to put this back in the box. It's also got a micro USB, which I'll show you in another part of this video. And that's how you charge it. So putting this stuff away. Back in the box. Nice shipping, nice packaging, nice representation. Very nice. Now let's get a close-up inside this tank. Please forgive me. I've been vaping on this. This tank has been opened, juiced, used. Okay. What's nice is there's no 510 threading on there, so you could just lay it flat. Okay, here's the coil I've been using for several days now. Still in very good shape, producing nice flavor, nice vapor. This is the 0.5 ohm coil. Where does it say it? It says it on it. Anyway, this says 20 to 150 watts. I vaped it up to 107 watts. Okay, so that's how that fits in there. This is how you fill it. Very much Delta 2-esque. And there's one O-ring here. That's where the tank seals. Very classy, very well designed. The threads are very smooth. Everything's machined perfectly. I haven't seen any burrs. The tank came very clean. I did rinse it out, but it came very clean. No machine oil, no dirty grit in there. It was well done, well polished, well finished. Here's the airflow. So that's wide open. Notice the click. That's medium slot. Notice the click. Two air holes, one air hole. This would be probably for your mouth to lung setting. This would be for a little looser of a draw. This is tight draw, mouth to lung. Very restricted for maybe a lung hit or a very airy mouth to lung. Then we've got lung hit, wide open airflow, lung hit. And the airflow does keep up very nicely with the vape and the wattage. So look how nice this is. Protected by this nice outer shell here. This is not removable. You can see your liquid levels. That's that. That's the close-up of the tank. That's how it fits on the base that this comes with, the 2200 milliamp hour. And once again, this is how it fits on any other regulated device that you want to use this adapter for. So just discussing this tank in a little bit more detail, this is marvelous. This is a move-up tank. This is a starter. Anybody who's a smoker or vaping on a less sophisticated device is going to pick this up for less than 40 bucks. Yeah, gearbest.com, free shipping, and $38. No fuss, no muss, no mess. A wonderful tank that you can use. That's a great vape. That's great flavor. I think it's brilliant because, say, a year ago I was a smoker. I paid more than $40 for my Kanger EVOD, and I was very unsatisfied. It was a very unsatisfying vape. It leaked. It gurgled. I burned through coils quickly. I never knew when the thing was going to fuck up on me. This thing has been great so far. I've been using this now this is my third day. Since Sunday night I've been using this. So it gives you options on the airflow depending on the type of vaping you want to do. So if you're a brand new beginner, came from smoking, and you're going to want to do those mouth to lung hits, that's a satisfying mouth to lung hit. Oh, okay, now I've been at this a while. I need a little bit more vapor production. I put it on the 2 holes. The flavor's great. The vapor production's great. For the price, oh my God, this is better than anything that was on the market. I went through 5 or 6 different devices in the first 6 weeks I was vaping. None of them could hold a candle to this. I would have been happy with this forever. So I think the availability is there for this, and then the vapor just decides how intensely they want to vape, instead of the device holding you back or having to move up to a new device. Now, when this gets to be, okay, the battery's not, there's no adjustable wattage, you just vape the way it vapes, very much ego style. If that's not enough for me, or I want to move up, I got used to it, I want a more intense vape, I put that on a regulated device. Listen, new vapor isn't necessarily going out and getting a Sigali 150. That's a little bit of a wide leap, but they may go out and get a 50 watt, 60 watt, 75 watt device. This is the 60 watt from Cupor Mini. You guys know this when I reviewed it. This is the single battery. Okay, so now I got a 60 watt device and I want to enjoy a vape on that. I don't have to get a new tank. Same tank, same coil, same juice. At 60 watts. How amazing is that? Do you guys understand? You can go from a great satisfying vape on this, not feeling like you gypped at all, not feeling unsatisfied, and then when you want, you can move up. When you're ready for a move up, boom, same tank, same coil. That's very, very innovative. That is. Thank you so much, Yocan, because that's useful to a vapor. New coil, same, up, down. It's the same coil, Cupor. No, it's supposed to do that when you put a new one on there and ask you. That's how its temperature control sensing works. So adaptability, innovation, this makes it really, really easy to use. I also want to show you, I had this whole long video where I break in the coil and I go all the way up to 107 watts on my Sigali. I think it was too long and it wasn't necessary. I think highlighting the main strengths of this device right here, short and sweet, is better, but I just want to show you 70 watts. Delicious flavor. Delicious vapor. The flavor on this is just as good as the Crown Tank. It's just as good as the Triforce. It's just as good as the TFV4. And it's not a juice hog. It's not a power hog. It doesn't have top fill, but so what? That's okay. I can live without top fill for a quality tank like this that gives the adaptability to start from here and go to here in one tank, the same coil. That's exciting to me. This is functional innovation at its best. Now let's go to 85 watts. If my camera could please cooperate. There it is. Can we see that? 85 watts. Now, granted, I have experience with tanks, so I kind of know when to cut my my draw short. It's not going to take a 5-6 second hit at 85 plus watts. Keep them shorter and shorter the higher wattage you go. But what is this telling you? It can handle that wattage, that power, and the flavor gets better and more intense. It's not muted. Where are we at here? 95 watts. 95 watts. That's a good 2-3 second pull. Okay, it got a little bit dry at the end, but it didn't burn, it didn't scorch. And I was pushing the envelope a little bit to prove a point here. This coil can handle, now I have it legit, 107 watts. That's 7.5 volts on the Sigali 150. Hey, I'm learning. The Sigali 150 doesn't go higher than 7.5 volts. So that's 107 watts on a 0.5 ohm coil, but watch this. It hit it intense. 1 second is all I need for a very, very nice vape. Now listen, you want to go hitting something for 5 seconds at 107 watts, that's not the tank to do it. There's other tanks that do it. The point is 107, if you absolutely gots to be vaping at 107 watts, you know, get a different tank. That can handle a 3, 4, 5 second hit at 107 watts. This one can't, but it can handle a 1 second vape. So if you want to push the boundaries, push the limits of what this tank can do, you can. I don't feel the need to go any higher than that and put this on another device. I'm showing you that from this and then when I'm ready to move up to this, it can accommodate and handle my style of vaping, my evolution, my progress, my quest for vape. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's an absolute pleasure to share this product with you guys because I believe this is a new innovation. I believe this is a functional prize for the industry to have. Thank you very much, Yocan, for sending me this product to review. I didn't buy this. And thank you very much for offering a starter kit to smokers and to new vapors that they can grow with. Quest for Vape, thank you very much. That's it. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff.